back to my channel. Rest in peace to all of you who just died after seeing what I look like without makeup. I am so sorry. I have no makeup on today, and the reason why is because I got my two boxycharms in. I got May's boxycharm here and also June's boxycharm. So I wanted to kind of give you a review of everything that's inside. So we're going to start with my May box. So this box was a little bit on the bigger side, a little more heavier. So I was super excited to open it. I was like, oh, there must be good stuff in here. So the first thing that came inside was the Tarte High Performance Naturals Micellar Magic Water, which I have used about 2 times now. I just put it back in the packaging because I'm a freak like that. What I really love about it is that the pump is really nice and easy to work with. You could just take a cotton swab, and this is like my life. I put things back in wrong, and you can just push it down and the product comes right out. It's really easy. It doesn't have a scent. If anything, it smells kind of like distilled water. Makeup removing wise, it says it removes your makeup. I mean, it does, but I wouldn't say that it's like a strong makeup remover. This retails for $18. Now, it's kind of generic to me. It's not something I would go out of my way to buy. I mean, there's definitely better options out there for makeup removing. Next thing in my May box was this Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Pads. I have used this about 4 or 5 times now. I actually really love these. So these retail for $59, which is a little more on the pricey side. So they are supposed to be exfoliating pads instead of using an exfoliant. So it's supposed to make you very smooth, very bright, very clean. I'm not into exfoliating too much because I'm very weird about like scratchy stuff on my skin, but this has the perfect amount of exfoliating in it. It's not super rough, it's not super noticeable. I mean, again, I could still feel it as I was rubbing it on. It was just the right amount, and it kind of just took that light dead surface of dead skin off my face. So if I was going to say, I definitely like this product. However, the price is a little pricey for me, and I don't know if I would pay $58 for it. It definitely does help brighten. It also does exfoliate a little bit, so I definitely love this product. $58 is a little bit on the pricey side though, so I don't know if it's really worth investing. I'm sure you could find something a little cheaper that could do the same thing. Now, moving on, I got this Becca Lip Liner in the shade Blissful. So it's like this pink, reddish shade. I have to say, when putting it on my hand, I have not personally used it yet, but it is very creamy and it glides on very smoothly. Just, we're gonna rub it in here. Okay, it's not really that sturdy. I mean, as I'm rubbing it, it is coming off a little bit. This lip liner retails for $18. So again, a little pricey for a lip liner. If you're gonna get something that's pricey, you would want something that's really long lasting and long wearing. The next thing in my May box is this Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow base primer. So we're gonna put that on. So it comes out in this kind of natural skin tone color. It does have the tacky feel that it should have to it, so that's a plus. So the next thing I did get in, the last thing I got in my May box was this Studio Makeup Ease to Wear eyeshadow palette, and it has these more nude natural shades to it. So I will swatch those for you, and then we're going to do a look on one side of our face because I did get another eyeshadow palette in my June box. First shade at the top of my wrist, which is this really light, shiny shade. I don't know if you can really pick it up on camera. It's called Sheen. The second shade on my wrist is called Flaxen. The third shade on my wrist is called Bear. The fourth shade on my wrist is called Glided. The fifth shade is Wicked. Sixth shade is Lace. Seventh shade is Dusk. 8th shade is Blush, and the 9th shade is Fate. Alright, I'm going to take the shade Bear, and I'm just going to apply that all on the outer. I think the eyeshadow primer is a little too tacky, because as I'm trying to blend the shadow, I feel like my brush is getting stuck, which I don't like. And then I'm going to take the shade Glided, and I'm just going to kind of pop that on the end here. So the sparkle shade definitely has some fallout. I think the primer did a good job with the sparkle metallic shade. I think it definitely did pick it up and just intensify it. I'm going to take the shade Lace, which is this like pale tan nudie color right here. And I'm going to pop that onto the front and just kind of meet up with the metallic shade. I'm going to go back into Glided and just kind of make it mesh together. So the Pretty Vulgar primer retails for $22, and $22 is kind of a lot for an eyeshadow primer that you can't use with everything. Your girl needs to put her hair back because it's annoying. I'm tired of having no brows. I need to add brows. The Studio Makeup Ease to Wear palette, which is this palette that is on this eyeball right here. This retails for $35. Now, do I think this palette is worth $35? Honestly, no. I have a lot more palettes with a lot more nudes that I think are worth it and beautiful. This palette is kind of chalky, hard to blend a little bit. It just was like your boring, basic eyeshadow palette. I mean, I have better drugstore palettes. On to June's boxycharm. First thing we have in here is Touch In So Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm. Now, I did my research on this little bad boy, and it says you can use it under your makeup as a moisturizer, a primer, and all of the above. And it is supposed to illuminate your skin and make your face look very glassy glossy. This retails for $32. So we're gonna unscrew this band boy. There's a slight fragrance. Flowery. Definitely flowery. I immediately feel a lot of moisture from it. It's not thick. It's kind of an in-between where it's not liquidy, but it has some consistency to it. I will be right back. I'm gonna go put some foundation on and see if it still keeps me glowy. Maybe I put too much, but it does have a very, very tacky, wet, oily feel to it, which I don't like, especially under my foundation. It makes me feel like I've been sweating in it for hours, which is really gross. I definitely think it kept the glow underneath my foundation. Like, I can still see that nice glow to it. It just was trying to finish my face, adding concealer and setting my under eye, and there is definitely separation going on right by this eye right here. I really wanted to love this, but it's good for bedtime if you're gonna wash it off in the morning, or if you're not going out and you want to just look glowy and not have an ounce of makeup on. It's good for that, but I mean, again, it's $32, and if you're gonna want something that you can wear under makeup, then I wouldn't suggest this. The next thing that I got in my June boxycharm is this 3-set lip liner trio from Beauty Vault. This retails for $18. So Cozy Cure is like this brown natural shade right here. Boo Babe is like this orangey brown red shade right here. We have Natty Nat. It's more of like a red pink shade. So again, they all apply to very creamy. Actually, it's kind of even pink. It's like a pink red shade. So they all apply to very creamy. Now I'm going to take my finger and do the finger test, and we see they're not very sturdy here. As you can see, I'm rubbing, and it's losing its intensity rapidly. We have this Zoeva palette. This Zoeva Spice of Life, Zoeva Spice of a Life palette. The first shade is very white, so you can't really see it on my skin too much, but that is a nuisance. And then the second shade is Unlike Any Other. Third shade is Fortress Moments. Fourth shade is Balance the Contrast. Fifth shade is The Flavor. Sixth shade is Favor. 7th shade is Surprise of Life. 8th shade is Favorite Discovery. 9th shade is Variety is Key. And 10th shade is Shared Joy. I'm gonna take Shared Joy. I'm then going to pick up the Surprise of Life shade, which is like this red-orange shade right here. I'm gonna pick up the white shade, A Nuisance, and put that all over the front of the lid into the crease. I'm gonna take Unlike Any Other, which is this like sparkly grayish shade, and I'm gonna put that on top of the white. I actually really like this palette. Alright, now that we've intensified the look, I love it even more. Like I actually really love this, and I actually really would buy this palette if I didn't own it. Definitely love it a lot better than the Studio Makeup one. As you can see, the Studio Makeup one is $35 and the Zoeva palette was $28. But we're not done there. We're not done there, my friends. The next thing we got in the June box was the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder, which is a highlighter. After struggling with how to open the Artist Couture Diamond Powder, this retails for $27. I finally just stabbed some holes in it and got it open. This is very beautiful. I was like in shock at how bright and pigmented this highlighter is. Like, I'm super in love with it, so definitely would pay $27 for that as well. BoxyCharm decided to also send me a lip combo of a lip liner and a lip gloss by Cab, K-A-B. This retails for $40. Holy shit. This is in the shade Charming, so let's swatch it out. Ooh, girl, that's pretty intense. All right. Oh my god, I actually really love this. This color is gorgeous. And it has that nice like pop of gloss to it. It's very beautiful. I actually wouldn't mind spending $40 for this. So all in all, guys, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you please hit the like button, and if you would like to see more videos that I post, then please make sure you hit the subscription button. As always, guys, I love you so much, and thank you so much for watching.